Leap. What it
Man, I made 2 videos earlier watching First Take. Just like this, the way I am. Alright, I wasn't showing up, no copyrights. All of a sudden, I can't find that shit on my YouTube channel. I don't know why. So that's about like 2 hours wasted that I did use for this. Is it because of First Take? What you're not allowed to sit here and hear that bullshit in the background and give your opinions of it? Like Undisputed is like the only. Every other show outside of First Take Garbage Show can be on anybody's channel, full segment and this and that. ESPN really wants you to go to their whack ass YouTube channel and look at these short documents. Either way, that shit just got me pissed off right now. That shit even fucking did that shit.
What is going on here? Mr. Sharp.
Yes.
Magic Johnson is not going to like what's going on here, and maybe Jeannie Buss will like it even less if I know Jeannie Buss.
About what?
Let me explain.
Please.
This smacks of what number 2 did a year ago to the San Antonio Spurs, when their crack medical staff declared him completely ready to play, but he sought
She
outside.
got me mad. I did 2
second,
hours
third
video. I
opinions,
did
right?
2
You go
hours
to New
worth
York for this surgeon in New York for that
giving my
physical
opinion. That shit ain't
therapist.
even
We said,
uploaded.
well, maybe, maybe something's going on here, and you know how that turned out, right? So, let us reconstruct what happened. LeBron hurt his groin on December the 25th at Golden State. Am I right about that? Thank you very much. And on December 26th, LeBron James reportedly had an MRI. And I know for a fact, after the outcome of that MRI, that LeBron tweeted,
There you go.
dodged a bullet. Hashtag back in no time. And I thought, well, he's Iron Man. He'll be back in, I don't know, a week, maybe 2 at the outside.
Even though we got the good sources of Carcinio on here that told us that this dude wasn't gonna be back in no time and stuff. So ain't like Skip Party knew that, but as you hear from Skip,
No,
dodged the bullet back in no time.
it went on for 3 weeks, and on January 16th, the Lakers announced that LeBron was cleared to play by their medical staff, at least to practice, and I assume that meant to start to play in games, right? That's what they said. But remember what Rich Paul said? He went on a media tirade, a campaign calling up media members. And to The Athletic, what did Rich Paul say? We don't give a bleep what anybody thinks of anything. And he said that our best case was 3 weeks, but our worst case was 6 weeks, and he said we're right on schedule for that. So he was basically attacking the announcement from the Lakers that LeBron was cleared to play. That smacks of what happened in San Antonio last year. Am I?
Not only that, who remembers Rich Paul sitting there saying, if the playoffs started today, LeBron would be ready to go.
Am I right about that? So now we hear that LeBron James went outside to a physical therapist in Beverly Hills, and I've asked a couple of doctors I know about this. How do we say her name? Karen Jobert?
I wasn't sure
I don't
about
know
the
if it's
pronunciation,
Jobert, right?
I tried to follow her on
Hey, you know
social media,
French.
and I didn't get accepted. So
Okay, well, she's
wanted
got a
to see the
close
post.
count.
Yeah,
Okay?
I wanted to see what she was up
But
to.
LeBron obviously went to Beverly Hills, and again, I asked a couple other doctors I know there who said she has a good reputation, a good
Okay.
practice, and I was told that she did treat Kevin Love, so maybe Kevin recommended LeBron, you should try her. So he's got the longtime trainer Mike Mancias.
Right.
Look
So
at that.
he
He's got
even
the
went
doctor
outside
on
of Mike
him.
Mancias to go to
Where's
her,
Savannah at?
which the Lakers
Where's
probably
Savannah at
will
to
not
tell
like,
him,
and it was that
why she
it
got
took
her
him
arm on
5
you
weeks
like
to come
that?
back, right?
Why she
So
got
he
her
came
arm on
back
you like
in
that?
5 weeks, and he played against the Clippers. Then he skipped Golden State. Then he started playing Indiana, Boston, right?
Right.
Okay, and they are
There's a clock
6
in
and
UPS
15 are the
just now
Lakers
that
since
we're
his
going
return,
on.
not counting the Golden State game and the games that he has missed. So the point is that did she violate some sort of doctor-patient confidentiality here to post this? I'm a little suspicious because LeBron is notorious for having
There you go.
excuses
There
to
you
leave.
go.
Well,
There you go.
well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just stating counting the Golden State back in 5 weeks, and he played against the Clippers. Then he skipped Golden State. Then he started playing Indiana, Boston, right?
Right.
Okay, and they are 6 and 15 are the Lakers since his return, not counting the Golden State game and the games that he has missed.
Skip Golden
So,
State because they
The
didn't
point
have
is
Anthony Davis.
that did she violate some sort of doctor-patient, confidentiality here to post this? I'm a little suspicious because LeBron is notorious for having excuses.
There you go.
Well,
There you go.
well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just stating facts and history of what's happened. He had one of his insiders, one of his team members, inner circle members, I told you, Stephen A. Smith, that after that Boston flameout the first time around in Cleveland, that he had to be sedated.
And Stephen A. needs to start dry snitching too.
Okay, he's not dry snitching. He reported it.
I know.
Dry snitching.
I'm sure he told
He's
him
a
that.
reporter.
He told him that in
Fanboys don't even like
confidentiality.
other
No.
media.
He was told that to
Fanboys like-
report that, and he did. On Mike and Mike that morning, he reported that. So I'm just going by the facts of this case. And then what did LeBron do after he got swept last year in the media session right after the fourth game, the sweep game? He wears a soft cast on his right hand to say, oh, I broke my hand.
He did.
Okay, whatever.
The only problem I got, he didn't bring it upside J.R. head.
Okay, well, now it's a little suspicious that she posted this the day after the Lakers were officially eliminated from the playoffs, and she goes way over the top about this. Jenny read pain.
It wasn't over the top.
He endured pain. His will to win. He unselfishly
He did.
Okay, whatever.
The only problem I got, he didn't bring it upside J.R. head.
Okay, well, now it's a little suspicious that she posted this the day after the Lakers were officially eliminated from the playoffs, and she goes way over the top about this. Jenny read pain.
It wasn't over the top.
He endured pain. His will to win. Unselfishly
make this
endured
up.
pain.
Very
Okay,
unselfish.
and all I know, I'm doing eye test on LeBron James, and I've watched every one of these games, wire to wire. Not once did I see him drag a leg the way you do when your groin is really acting up, when you look like you're limping, like you got a stiff leg, because you have to go stiff-legged if you got a pulled groin. I never saw him do that. So again, was he playing? Was he almost superhuman?
And even when you get a smush, even if you drop something heavy on your toe, it ain't gotta be a groin. Motherfucker, you still don't walk, you still dragging your fucking foot. This motherfucker ain't drag nothing. Because once again, what did this motherfucker do? I'm not enough being nice. What did this motherfucker do? He sat there, oh, we should build it back in no time. We're supposed to say, oh, if this was the playoffs today, LeBron would be great. And then what do you do? Play a game before facing Golden State, but sits out Golden State because he wasn't about to get NBA the views and all that because he ain't have Anthony Davis yet. And then what this motherfucker do? What is this motherfucker doing? Oh, he can go for the All-Star game though, right? He can run up and down for he can sit there and say, oh, okay, he can pick his teams and do all that shit for All-Star weekend, and then everything's cool. High dunking three, he can do all that shit All-Star weekend, but get back to regular season doing this and that. All the way up to today, all of a sudden, we got this excuse.
Was he a superhero to play through the pain? Yep, maybe so, but I'm just telling you that Magic Johnson is furious today that she posted that, and then she took it down. So somebody probably,
I want y'all to hear
LeBron will like
Shane
the
part of
excuse
this.
get planted, but he won't like it that
This
she
dude thinks
violated.
he's
You don't mind me
really
asking,
owning
when
somebody.
Magic Johnson was diagnosed with this illness, did he only listen to the team doctor or did he go to outside doctors?
Well, obviously, that's something team doctors did not treat at that point because nobody really knew how to
Thank
treat.
you,
All
Skip.
I'm
Thank
saying-
you.
Okay, but that's like a whole nother ball of wax.
My point
Thank
is,
you. Only LeBron fanboys brings up other stuff in this. Shannon Sharp be always trying to be like act like he owning somebody when he does this. Let me ask you something. When this happened, this and that, nah, bro.
Yeah.
is that you know now, Skip,
Mhm.
LeBron is not the only one that probably has a doctor or doctors that he gets a second, third opinion.
So why is this the
Because
only one
at the end of
talking
the
then if
day,
he got more
the
doctors?
team doctor is exactly that. What, Skip? Team doctor. And the team's interest comes before the player's interest. We know that. That's not any sugarcoating. Another one of your points I want to shoot down. Did LeBron miss 73 games? Because the guy you're talking about, he pulled this with San Antonio.
Well, did Kobe go fly to Germany? They go meet up with a doctor over there to fix on something? But,
He missed 73 games. LeBron James did not miss 73 games.
Did LeBron miss the games?
Hold on, Skip.
Because they teetered?
Hold on.
Yes, he did.
Hold on.
They went from the 4th seed to what, the 8th or 9th?
And I'm going to get to that.
Yeah.
Because she addressed that.
Mhm.
She addressed that in that tweet.
She did.
Now, about another one of your points. You keep talking about he put out a tweet. If you don't mind me asking, do you have the tweet handy? What LeBron tweeted the day after he had the MRI?
I just said it. Those are the two key lines.
Yeah, what did he say?
Dodged a bullet, hashtag back in no time. He did the praying.
Praying, and he's like, sheesh. Right?
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sheesh, yeah.
Did it ever dawn on you LeBron did not want the severity of the injury out?
Well, what good would that do him?
What do you
He
mean?
would want to go.
How you won't want the injury out when he the one that fell on the ground like a bitch talking about, yeah, I just heard a pop. And, you know, at that time, so, well, I mean, what? Is he Bill Belichick now? Is he going to sit there and honestly copy Bill Belichick now? Once again, him not keeping his mind where it needs to be. Him not minding business. Because, you know, he started following Greg Popovich and he started getting in trouble because Brown doing the ball. So what? He Greg Popovich now? Holding injury reports until it's 2 minutes away from game time. That's what he's doing now?
Go the other way.
No, you see, Jenny, he can't win. If he let you, all LeBron putting on, it's not that serious.
Hear that. I hear
So
that.
what? Are teams not going to prepare for LeBron James? It's not like football.
No, Skip.
You know he's out.
See?
I understand that he's out, but maybe he does not want people to know the severity of his injury because, see, the thing, what I've learned about LeBron, he's never going to get the benefit of the doubt because you already called him a drama queen. You always tell him he's the queen of drama, the king of drama.
Listen, man, on all hearts to hearts, man, all hearts to hearts, when you're a fair, unbiased person, but you can sit here and make the jokes and bring up facts and shit. You can be funny with your shit when you're talking shit, but after a while, when you like, you know what, let me be fair and unbiased on this. All jokes aside, like Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers hate each other. I hate Green Bay. I ain't no Bears fan. I mean, I ain't like a fan, but because I like the Bears more than the fucking bum ass Packers, I will sit here, as much as it would hurts me to say this, I will have to put it aside and be like, listen, Aaron Rodgers, you know, I don't think he's all that though, but I mean if he had a team or maybe some weapons and shit, he'd probably be able to, you know, do something. Though. It hurts me to say it because I just think he ain't that period. You know what I mean? Man, but all jokes aside, he is that guy. Aaron Rodgers is that boy when he got weapons around him and shit. Defensively, that's a whole nother thing. But like, nobody's gonna sit here and look at the booty lames and be like, "Oh, this nigga was injured, man. He ain't doing nothing this year." Because as much as I would want to say something, I'd be like, "Well, the nigga was injured, so I couldn't say nothing." So it's better to be on the field than him be injured. It's better for him to be in the playoffs so we can laugh at him that he loses. It's better to be in the finals so we can laugh at him and lose and keep rubbing it in your face. But the only thing y'all can sit there and say is he go to 10 straight finals and lost, nigga.
No, he's not. He was injured.
Even this. Who
not,
else has this going on?
I'm not surprised because I don't care what anybody said.
Nobody's gonna sit there and
I've watched LeBron dribble the basketball since he
really
entered into the NBA.
a hater like me couldn't sit here and really
And I
dog him.
told you
because he was
LeBron
injured.
James does not lift right.
But since he decided to come back the game before Golden State, sit out, do the all-star crap, do all this crap all year, and now sit here and say, "Oh, you know, I was good." Nah.
LeBron James does not have the lift. Now, he can get up and dunk a few every once in a while, but
In my
I've seen
eyes, he
some
was
big
fixed.
throwdowns.
He ain't
all
had
of
to
a
be healed,
sudden,
but he was
LeBron
playing.
James comes into the season, he's bounding, leaping, building in a single bound. Now he's taking the elevator to get up to the top floor,
Is he?
where he used to just bounce up, get on up there himself.
Could it be 16th season? Could it be Father Time tapping on shoulder?
Well, I can't tell,
Or
29
maybe
left.
Father Time's like putting a hand on his shoulder, hold him down. Could it be 16th season? Could it be Father Time tapping on shoulder?
Well, I can't tell,
Or
29
maybe
left.
Father Time's like putting
Well,
a
I
hand on his
can't
shoulder,
tell,
hold him down a
29,
little bit.
29, 11. I can't tell his father time, but
Okay, well,
anyway.
there you go. Now you're just talking out the other side of your mouth.
No, hold on, Skip. Hold on. The lady said.
But Tom Brady is father time because he ain't putting what, like 3-4 touchdowns. For Tom Brady haters, Mexicanos of the world. And then for Tom Brady haters, even when Tom Brady was 100% healthy, good, straight, and before we even start talking about this, he still was the guy who would throw mad passes, get mad passing yards, but he would even 5 years ago, Tom Brady was still having games where he throws a couple touchdowns, opposed to maybe before back then he'd throw like 3 or 4, but he'll have them games where he have a touchdown or 2 in and shit, but it'd be the running backs or the screen. You know what I'm saying? But Tom Brady is father time though. But this bum right here, it ain't father time yet because 29-11-11. Oh my God.
He came back
29-11, 29-11-11, but losing. At the end of the day, Russell Westbrook, no matter how much triple doubles he breaks, we're going to sit here and know him as a loser and ain't win a championship. Oscar Robertson is the king of triple doubles, and he has 1 ring. I don't give a fuck if he lost anymore after that. He got a ring to sit here and show up the achievements for it, as in. But Oscar Robinson wasn't throwing up, breaking shit either, doing dumb shit.
I told you, the way he went down, Skip, this is not a normal, that certain, that might have came out the bone a little bit. Not all the way off. It might have just came just a little bit off the bone. See, you don't really eat anything.
Off the bone?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, throw a little bit off the bone. Maybe that's what
he's not going to come back in 3 weeks. Then it would.
I could see Shannon. As far as Shannon talking about all the fucking reporters, Shannon is the only one I can sit here and kind of tolerate when he talks about LeBron, because I know he don't mean the shit he be saying. If you sit here and see his face expression, he just be throwing it up there and shit.
Be probably 3 months.
He came back in 6, and that's what she's trying to tell you.
She said 6 months, and I got to tell you, you could tear your groin off the bone, and you can come back before 6 months.
No, you ain't tearing the fuck up. But anyway, as I was saying, Skip.
Because the football players be tearing their whole hamstring and groins and shit. And they be missing a minute.
You know what?
They be missing some part. They be missing about a month.
LeBron James had this very injury in Cleveland. LeBron James probably missed 8, maybe 3 months. I believe that. But see, Skip, when you go to a different locale with new teammates,
35 million.
New money is inconsequential because I made way more money in Baltimore, but that wasn't the reason I went out there. That wasn't the reason I was getting 40 and 70 cc's drawn off my knee on a Monday and Tuesday, off both knees, because Skip, I felt I had to, because the fans were counting on me, my teammates. What I had done in Denver was going to play no role in what I was going to do in Baltimore, and I didn't want to let.
See, you gotta have, man. I'm telling you. But Shannon, you're not a bum though. Not even a bum. Not even a bum. Let me just respectfully say this. You're not a bitch. There's no. I can't think of no PG word to say it. I'm sorry, but Shannon Sharp, Uncle Shay Shay, we know you're not a punk. All right, there we go. We know you're not a punk, but first of all, we know you're not a bitch. We know you're not bitch mean like that. To sit there and be like, you know what? I can't do this against them. Like if he was still in Denver and he had to face the Ravens, we know you ain't going into bitch mode because Ray Allen and Ed Reed and all them boys is there. If you was still in Denver and had to face them, it's just going. What's that 27-8-8? What is that? Who is that? I hope it ain't this dude.
Those guys down. I needed to be there. They were counting on me to be there. LeBron James knows they're counting on him. And as he's like, okay, man, if they 10-8, if they 12-6, maybe he take an extra 2 weeks. But he see, hey, 4 seed, 5 seed, 6 seed, 7 seed, 8 seed.
He sees all of that, right? But yet he said this year he wasn't worried about it because this wasn't a year that they really was going hardcore like that. This was like a test season to sit here and see what can happen. And the next year is supposed to be the real deal. As much as a hater I am, even I understood that this year wouldn't be as much as it's a clown year now because of all the shit that happens. So now the haters, we get to talk shit. But if this was a year of him doing this thing, this and that, and it didn't go down like this, and they didn't say like they did make the playoffs, well, that will just be like, well, that's the Western Division. We told you that shit ain't peaches and cream. And if they ain't make the finals, we already fucking, like, it was, nah.
Yeah. Oh, I got to make a move. Even if I'm not 100%. 2 weeks. But he see 4 seed,
This dude
5
funny.
seed, 6 seed, 7 seed, 8 seed.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to make a move. Even if I'm not 100%. My 80 will still have me in the top 5 as best.
And once again, if you're being unbiased, if you're being a fair person, all right, as much as I can't stand this dude, I wouldn't, if he didn't miss half this year because of that injury and shit, and then they didn't make the playoffs this year, I couldn't honestly sit here as much as to maybe troll y'all and get y'all mad to say it, but I honestly, as some real shit, I couldn't sit here and make fun. I couldn't sit here and really talk shit like I really want to because he ain't played. He's not in the playoffs or finals this year, so what can I say? He ain't make the playoffs this year. Boom. Not much, because it's boring. I'd rather have him make the playoffs so it can be funny at the end when he lose. But once again, that's him sitting there opening his mouth. But he told us that this year he wasn't worried because this year was just like improving and shit to see who's good for next year. That's what he told us.
Players in the league at 100%, it's not even close.
Did you see that last play on Friday night? 23 seconds left when he tried to go baseline.
Yeah, Fink gave up money.
Oh,
That's
that wasn't
torque.
about lift.
That's torque.
Oh,
That's torque.
that's called getting head over skis.
That,
You're
that's
now.
torque. And how you get your head on when you go too fast. That's what happened. A guy that's going slow, I guarantee you Tom Brady couldn't get over his skis like that.
That looked like 16th year.
Don't do that, Skip. Why would you do that?
Just because it looked.
Oh, you don't want to talk about the free throws he hit last night, the stretch last night?
Last night?
Last
Yeah.
night.
The other
Last
night, not
night.
so much. Friday night,
No, no,
not
no,
so
no.
much. So he's shooting 66%.
Well, we're gonna
How can you defend it?
We're gonna be at 70 before it's all said and done.
All right, I don't know.
Getting there.
Skip, why do you see?
So,
Why can LeBron never be in a tenable situation? He always has to get questioned. Why can't he be hurt?
Well, maybe so, but Karen Jobert, if I'm pronouncing her name
I like it.
correctly,
Sounds right.
sounds like, you know French, right? So she also posted a picture of her with her arm around LeBron in the Laker facility.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, that's like a bad look to me because
Why is it a
she's
bad
trying
look?
to promote herself. She is a celebrity physical therapist. She's appeared on a lot of local TV, radio shows.
Okay.
So I get it. So you get
Look at
I ain't
LeBron
know
amped
that.
up.
Yeah.
You talking about he getting fat? I can't tell.
No, that looks good.
It look great.
He came
It look
back
good.
in the first couple of days.
Don't do
Oh
that,
yeah,
Skip.
because I got a six pack
I
and
was
I ain't
just-
thought I could
I
still
know
sit
this
here and
stuff.
vote. Dude, I can't. That fucking. Oh, I can't stand this dude, man.
Well, the
I would never cheat myself. At the end of the day, no matter, we know we out the playoff race, but if I'm on the court, I'm gonna play how I play, and I play to win. So I never would cheat the game. You know,
He just can't be quiet and just go. He just can't be quiet and ball.
Go out and be a professional, and that's what I'm about. It's been a long season. If it's not as gone as the way we would like it, obviously. But at the end of the day, we have to
Who
go
is
out,
we?
and our fans are still showing up. So
It's
it's
you.
our obligation to go
There
out
is no we.
and show them what we do in practice and film sessions, and hopefully results and win. And that's what I'm about. It's been a long season. If it's not as gone as the way we would like it, obviously. But at the end of the day, we have to go out, and our fans are still showing up. So it's our obligation to go out and show them what we do in practice.
No, your new dumb fans are still showing up, and
And film sessions,
film sessions. You don't even practice with the team.
and hopefully results and wins. Game.
And here we go with this two fanboys.
Make sure you put that dub on them, Brian.
I
Excuse
am a
me,
game
Shannon. Those basketball gods are always watching. Okay, Chris is still with us. And even though Shannon wanted to jump in there, Chris, I'm going to start with you. What do you make of those comments?
I think it was a little melodramatic with all the talk about the game gods and the basketball
Number one
gods.
fanboy right here.
Right. But
You crossed the table from me.
for all the criticism you
Trying to
leveled at
double team on
LeBron
Skip
and
Bayless.
the meltdown against Dallas, whatever happened against Boston,
And the meltdown against Golden State.
Shout out to my man Rob Parker, because I don't think I would ever forget this debate. I don't even remember what day it is, but I remember Skip and Shannon was on vacation and they had this Chris Broussard food, they had Greg Jennings food, and they had Rob Parker, and they had that other weird reporter dude. I don't even know their motherfucking name. Fact of the matter is, my man Rob Parker was telling these motherfuckers, this is the Western Conference. You can't be doing that. bullshit over here that you did over there and think you can get away with it over here. And what they do, they all ran. My man Rob came at him, Chris Broussard, talking about, I forgot what the fuck he said. No, but they got LeBron. They got LeBron. They're going to win. They're going to do this and that. Like, but they was in 4th place. This and that. Yeah, baby, when they was in 4th place, Chris, they had that. They did this and that. They still was blowing out games. They still was losing. Why they was in 4th place? So just because he got injured and they went back down, Rob was sitting there, and I remember Greg. I would forever remember this because Greg Janus came in looking like this man had the flower undershirt, bro. The shit looked like when you got a 4th of July and you got the table, the napkin. I forgot what the shit is called. The table sheet. So the actual table don't get there. You just put your stuff on the sheet right there. Now look at it.
Last year, game 1, Golden State.
I mean, they disrespected Rob. Chris Broussard was like amped, and then when Skip came back and Rob was there and Chris was on the other, on a satellite version, that dude was humble. I'm like, why you not loud, Chris? Why you not talking to Skip like that? Skip saying the same thing my man Rob saying for a little bit. But they believe him.
Mad about JR.
Rob over here winning.
For all the criticism you can level at him, one thing you cannot say is that he doesn't love the game.
Okay.
Like,
for the person I put 28, 8, and 8 is 29, 11, 11. What's that supposed to mean? What is 29, 11? What is 29 points supposed to mean? What is 11 points supposed to mean? What is 11 assists supposed to mean at year 16, age 34, compared to Kobe Bryant and MJ or what they was doing? What Kobe did at this age, MJ ain't come back to win no title, I tell you that. He just came back to piss motherfuckers off, and motherfuckers said that he couldn't do it, so miss me with that Washington shit. But Kobe, what is this 29, 11, 11 supposed to mean if Kobe made it to the playoffs in year 16?
And you might think everybody loves the game. In the NBA and NFL, you got players that love the game, and you have players that like the game, or may not even like the game, but they love what it brings, the women, the fame, the fortune, all that.
I'm just not gonna
you
like
know the difference because the guys that don't love the game, when they get the money, or they get,
Me personally, as a kid, all I wanted to do was play football, and it's the love of it. It ain't, if I went in there, I'm like, cool, making money. But at least 90, 95% of that shit is all love. The money will be like second come, but after I get the money will be like after I get my just dues.
Degree of success, they don't improve. For LeBron to have all the accomplishments he has on and off the court, to still be spending $1.5 million on his body, to last year have played 82 games in his 15th year, to play the minutes he played, would he lead the league in minutes per game?
2 years, last 2 or 3 years.
He does love the game. So I think he's right on the money when he says, I go out there and give it my all. Even though we're out of it, I'm giving it my all. Now, some people are going to point to, well, you're cheating the basketball guys when you don't play defense. That's just going to be a reality.
LeBron did love the game. And he loves changing that shit now. Ever since Miami days, that nigga loves taking control of the whole shit. This shit is just like high school. Like, you got your juniors and seniors, and you got the freshmen and sophomore. Sophomores still don't get respect like that by the juniors and seniors and shit. When you were junior, the seniors sit there and kind of look at the juniors to give the juniors more respect because they about to be taking over their spot. So that's how this fool, in my opinion, that's how I'm looking at it. This fool came in as a rookie. You still got the juniors and seniors in here. And then they finally go, and that's when it's time for this dude to take the next step up to the chair. But he's the face of it. Just like senior citizen. You got the football team, you got that quarterback, that's the face of the school damn near. He's that nigga. It's that one nigga on the football team, that's that boy.
In your 16th and 17th year,
I'm going to say that. Go ahead.
In your 16th and 17th year, you don't have the stamina, you don't have the quickness, you don't have the lateral movement. He's not going to be getting after defensively. He's going to have to be a good team defender, communicate.
That's what's so fun. That's why I can't wait tonight. This is what's so funny. Because this dude he's been saying I'm out of gas. This dude is so literally gassed out that what you saw this year is the pinnacle, is the prequel of what's going to happen in the next few years. Because you don't get faster when you get older. This dude burnt himself out, stat patent, instead of taking them certain minutes and just saying, man, you let it come as it come and let it go as it go. You just supposed to let that shit come natural. This dude be like, man, we losing, but I gotta get my stats because, you know, my fans gotta suck my dick and all that shit on TV so they know that I did something and blah, blah, blah. We all know how that goes. But he ain't gonna be able to catch up with these new and improved ass rookies. These dudes is coming in fast as hell. He ain't about to catch up with them. That's why he ain't playing defense now, because he can't catch up. He can't keep up. He can't do nothing.
And all that, but he's not. They're gonna have to cover for him at times. He's not gonna be a great defender, but I agree with him. And here's the last thing.
MJ and Kobe were still good defenders at this age.
And some people think he should shut it down. We know he wants to break Kareem's record. I don't know if he'll admit it. We know he wants to.
He ain't gonna get it.
And I have no. So he may be thinking I need just about every game I can get, right? He's not gonna play, I guess, the second night of back-to-backs or whatever. But I have absolutely no problem with LeBron going out and playing these meaningless games, as long as you're not like trying to score that is hurting your team. You're playing your normal game.
He is.
And I'm fine with
I will say that. He ain't James Harden shooting the fucking lights out and missing and letting other teams come back. So I will give him that. He ain't Westbrook and just throwing up shots. It's like now he got better at his 3-point just so the rest of the shit can be trash now. So back then, his thing was he wasn't really good at shooting threes and he sucked at the free throw line. Now he got better, a little bit better at his threes. And now it's like everything else, the free throw line is still trash and everything else is starting to decline. He can't really do he can't do all that shit no more. He'll fuck around and fuck his knee up. What happened, Grant? Hell, you just keep fucking around.
Everybody, Jordan, Magic, Kareem, everybody also wants individual accolades. You want to win, of course, but you also want those individual records if you're that level of player. And so I have no problem if some of this is LeBron, like, you know,
And once again, MJ came out when his fucking foot was messed up. And I think that what was the Bulls? He ended up coming back, trying to get the Bulls back into the playoffs, which I think was the same year that he got 63 points on Larry Bird and them boys. MJ came back, got his team back in the playoffs. If that's accurate, I can't remember right now. Hearing this dude so much, you start to forget so much.
Got to try to get to Kareem, so I need to play.
He gonna get it. And LeBron James,
It's gonna be a challenge.
That's it. We love challenges. It was challenging being born to a single mother at 15, getting up out of Akron and becoming this guy. So that was a challenge. This was about to be a piece of cake. Skip, baby.
And how come every time it's a guest show, you got Shannon Sharp acting extra for no reason, right? Now that should be annoying. That should be extra.
And LeBron James, gonna be a challenge. That's it. We love challenges. It was challenging being born to a single mother at 15, getting up out of Akron and becoming this guy. So that was a challenge. This was about to be a piece of cake. Skip, baby.
Does Shannon Sharp even know, like, the know-abouts about this dude, man? Does Shannon Sharp even know what happened? Like, it's just more to just being born in Akron and all the shit that transpired to happen. I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, as I was saying before,
I haven't even spoken.
No, but he has. Yeah.
You know, LeBron say the devil, the gods, the basketball gods, but there's a basketball devil that he's also talking about too.
Truth teller.
No, LeBron's not gonna cheat anything. He's gonna give you everything he has on the court. And see, he's in a very. I've never seen anything like this. If LeBron doesn't play, they're gonna say, yeah, because he ain't in the playoff, he don't want to be around these guys. Right. But I bet if he's in the playoff, he'd be playing. Now he's playing all these little meaningless games. Why he playing? So how does he win? He goes out there and gives you 35 minutes. They reduced it to he's meaningless game. Why he playing? How does he want to be around these guys? You know, LeBron say the devil, the gods, the basketball gods, but there's a basketball devil that he's also talking about.
Truth teller.
LeBron's not going to cheat anything. He's going to give you everything he has on the court. And see, he's in a very... I've never seen anything like...
I'll give him that only to the juncture of when they're losing. He's gonna go hamburger to get his points up. Only just a few up, so nobody can say that. So but the thrive to do that when you could have been doing that the whole game.
If LeBron doesn't play, they're gonna say, yeah, because he ain't in the playoffs, he don't want to be around these guys. Right. But I bet if he's in the playoffs, he'd be playing. Now he's playing all these little meaningless games. Why he playing? So how does he win? He goes out there and gives you 35 minutes.
No, I think he should be playing regardless. If you can play, whether you in the playoffs or not and shit. Honestly, them fools that saying sit down is because of the injury, and it's also kind of thinking and shit. So I kind of would sit him down because of the fucking injury. But hey, we all know why he's continuing to play right now.
Now, they reduced it to he's playing about 32, 33 minutes a night. Mm-hmm. He bumped it up last night because they had a chance to win the game, and they ended up winning. Yeah. But he can't win. Everybody knows LeBron is going out to give you everything he can. A triple-double.
So we don't
win them all. But my thing is, if he plays, why he playing? They're out of the playoffs. I don't even know. Kobe wouldn't even play. If Jordan was out of the playoffs, they wouldn't even play. Jordan was in the playoffs the last 2 years when he was at Washington. And he played all 82, didn't he, Skip? Kobe Bryant was trying to play every single game because, as Kobe said, he ate when players was out of the playoffs, they wouldn't even play. Jordan was in the playoffs the last 2 years when he was at Washington. And he played all 82, didn't he, Skip? Kobe Bryant was trying to play every single game because, as Kobe said, he ate when players sit out because it's going to go by so quick. And you're going to look back and like, damn, you're going to be a young man. I wish I'd have played these games. So LeBron, keep on. Set the example.
But you're only saying that, fanboy, so he can break them records and shit. And you stated yourself, now don't sit down because we got to break them stats. We got to break them records and stuff out here. So you fanboys will sit here and tell him, because the only thing he could do is play to sit here and try to catch up to him. But other than that, had all this commotion not take place, I'm pretty sure he would have sat down. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't sit down right now and say, I ain't coming back to next year. But because the year 16, 34-year-old, growing injury, almost aggravated it again. The wise thing. But hey, Kobe and MJ were winners and killers. Their mindset wasn't, oh, I'm about to sit off because I'm hurt. Kobe Bryant, dude, I thought Kobe party would have been, honestly, as a teen, now this is a teenager, not like, this is a teenager state, probably like 2005, 6, 7, like, dude, Kobe stayed having fucked up fingers, like his fingers stayed broken, but yeah, every time I see something broken on Kobe, he's still out there playing, unless he couldn't really play, his fingers would be all fucked up, that's when he would have all that shit, I'm like, what the fuck, like this dude, and he just kept on winning fucked up. See, that. This dude got the mindset of, I'm going to get these stats, I got to pass Kareem and shit, and I can't quit and shit, so. But he's drained. He won't even make it all for you. He'll probably make it the rest of these years. I doubt him making it up the next year.
There's a difference between being a pro and a professional. A professional is your occupation. A pro is how you handle your business. Really, this man handles his business in the utmost, in the most professional way we know how. I'm speaking directly to you. Metro has 4 lines for $100. Awesome.
Really? I see that.
So after that big spill of unobjective idolatry from across the table, idolatry. Look, you know what? I'm not going to pile on today. I'm not, because LeBron James has never been through this in his life. This is a first for him to have to. It's humiliating for him. I think there's some shame attached because for whatever reasons, and there are lots of valid excuses to this, lots of injuries, including his, he's having to play out a string of a team that's way out of the playoffs. They aren't even fighting barely, they're not even barely alive for 8. They're fighting not to finish second to last is where they're heading. So Is he overreacting to this? Is he trying to say, remember, I'm still LeBron James? He is. And I give you all those points. You were eloquent in all of the points you made. There are a lot of things that are indefensible in his career, but he has played lots of minutes, and he plays hard. The last 2 years, he mostly quit playing tenacious defense. Tenacious. Sometimes he'll pick his spots occasionally, but this year there have been some woeful, shameful. The game at Memphis, it's just indefensible. The game against the Clippers.
This year, his defense has been worse than it was when he came. All of it. This shit is worse than his 2014 Cavs return from all the way there to today. This year, he just didn't give a fuck and still continues not to give a fuck on defense.
Clippers, when Kuzma actually had to shove him to Gallinari to guard him at the three-point line, it's just so beneath the dignity of obvious all-time.
Got a notification. They will face them on the 5th. Damn. Kickoff 2019. Green Bay Packers for face. I mean, they just want to see Aaron Rodgers get his ass smacked again and out for the whole year.
A great basketball player. So does that cheat the gods a little bit? Yeah, it probably does. Does he cheat it on offense or playing the right way? No, he never does. So I watched the game last night. He played hard on offense and occasionally played a little bit of defense. He plays kind of one-man zone, but he
But you saw what you call tried to back him down.
Yeah.
Bagley Jr. Bagley, you like the back. You can't go Braun down.
You know what's going to be interesting? Obviously, got 3 years left on his deal.
Yeah.
His numbers are what they are usually.
They are.
Right? They're great.
Yeah.
If he continues, say, the next 2 years to put up these numbers, and I can't imagine they're not going to make the playoffs next year, even if they don't make changes. But say they don't make the playoffs, or they get bounced, they're a low seed, get bounced in the first round. That could damage, that could put more of a dent in his legacy than if he were to just fade away. Next year he averages 22 points, then he's down. Because then you would say, oh, he's just gotten old and, it happens. But if he continues to be dominant statistically, individually, but he can't raise the team to at least some degree of success, then some people may say, was that just the East?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now you're in the West, your numbers are the same, you're just as dominant, but you can't even win it all, to any level. So it's just something that is going to be interesting to watch.
And this is just hilarious coming from Chris Broussard, because who would have expected him to say that? Or maybe he's pinching like, yeah, LeBron, maybe want to get your stats and uplift the team, not just get the stats, But that just goes to revolve what we all as haters been saying. He's getting these stats, but he's losing. So what is it making? It's making our debates winnable and arguable because, not even arguable. We winning the debates, basically.
My question is he going to have a player, when he was doing all that winning, that's comparable to D-Wade or Kyrie Irving in the West?
No, but I'm saying last year,
they have a player when he was...
Numbers are the same. You're just as dominant, but you can't even win it all, to any level. So it's just something that is going to be interesting to watch as this moves forward.
My question is he going to have a player, when he was doing all that winning, that's comparable to D-Wade or Kyrie Irving in the West?
No, but I'm saying...
Shannon, as you and the rest of the ASCON say, he had no help with Cleveland days, right? But he still was able to go to the playoffs after his second year. So, if he had no other, he had All-Star. Of course, he had other little few All-Stars that wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But as far as another superstar, he ain't never had a dominant All-Star with him in the Cleveland days, but he had Ilgauskas and a few, I think that was it, and Mario Williams, who became an All-Star and shit, but not saying that they is that type of All-Star, but he was making it to the playoffs and got to the finals without another super All-Star or superstar. So why sit here and feel the need that he needs that shit now when back then he was getting it there, but because of the dumbness and because of how the league tried to push him so heavily to be over Michael Jordan, didn't take time out to really see if this guy knows schemes and all that shit.
last year they got to the finals.
Oh, yeah. We know that.
That's all we're saying. And even in early years,
when he win 50 games last year when he got to the finals, because I think there was them.
Took the damn scrub ass Cavs to the finals last year, what they had. But this year he can't do it. Or he needs somebody. He ain't had nobody last year and he was able to do it.
4 seed. It was a 4
and they could have won more. Yeah, he was.
So what did he post yesterday morning on IG?
What did he post?
Believe me! Exclamation.
Believe it.
Promise, hashtag Laker Nation. The spell won't last much longer. I swear. The marathon continues. Actually, morning on IG.
What did he post?
Believe me! Exclamation.
Believe it.
Promise, hashtag Laker Nation. The spell won't last much longer. I swear. The marathon continues. Actually,
Oh, my ex-girlfriend, please, 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 please. I'll brush my teeth. It will not continue to smell like shit. Just please take me back. Take me back. I promise you it will not happen again.
the LA Marathon was yesterday. It went right by his house because it goes right down San Vicente.
Yeah, they had
right?
Wilshire blocked off.
I know, and they just wrecked traffic on the west side of LA, but that marathon continued, but his goes on, I guess. I don't know which marathon he was talking about.
Well, he's telling you.
Laker Nation, the spell won't last much longer. I swear, the marathon continues. Actually, the LA Marathon was yesterday. It went right by his house because it goes right down San Vicente.
Yeah, they had
right?
Wilshire blocked off.
I know, and they just wrecked traffic on the west side of LA, but that marathon continued, but his goes on, I guess. I don't know which marathon he was talking about.
Well, he's telling you he's Kipchoge.
Okay.
You know who Kipchoge is?
Do I?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Well,
Shannon
the point
Sharp got
is-
to defend his fan. Oh, yes, Skip got that. Oh, yeah, with this and that. Leave it up to the boy. Leave it up to the fanboys to sit here and have a backup, like a follow-up quick.
He's just saying, okay, I'm trying to remind everybody, I'm still LeBron James. He's just going to need a lot of help next year.
He'll need a lot.
Okay?
He'll need a lot.
He needs
Little
KD,
bit.
Kyrie.
Need a
That's
little
who he
bit.
needs. That's who he
He need a little bit.
Then it's game over.
He
then you're
needs
back
that
to business.
much?
Yes, he
No.
does. I don't think Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I don't like a lot.
You have to trade a whole bunch for Anthony Davis. I don't think it's going to get them.
What is a lot? Skip?
It'd be tough. It's gonna be tough for them. I can't imagine that's not happening.
KD.
You really think KD and Kyrie?
I think they're both going somewhere. I don't know if they're
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I think LeBron is he's gonna obviously get more of a rest than ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's gonna work his
What do you mean?
tail off this
Better.
summer, kind of like
Better.
Jordan when
He
Jordan
better.
filmed Space Jam.
Yeah.
Remember? People were writing him off, or they lost to Orlando. And I don't know what he's gonna have left. I mean,
No. See the difference? Even though he came back late and shit, he didn't play garbage against Orlando Magic. He wasn't not playing defense against Orlando Magic. They just so happened to get lucky and got that. I mean, what he do when he came back the next year? He punished and whooped they ass so bad that the breakup, they just gone. They want to keep giving maybe Space Jam. Nobody wants no real nigga like me about to watch no Space Jam 2, but I might have to just so I can sit here and criticize it and be the hater that I am. I'm sorry, but I don't even think I would put myself into that. I would have to really sit here and fast forward the shit if I did what. I probably would watch it just to sit here and laugh. I gotta know what the fuck I'm talking about. I can't sit here and be like, I ain't watched the movie, but nah, we gonna have to laugh at this, because what you gonna do? Ask Bugs Bunny for help to get in the playoffs for next year. Dude, I can't sit here and say, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
he's gonna have something left, obviously. But can he go to another level in his 17th
Oh,
year?
yeah.
But I think you're gonna see he's gonna come back.
Well, remember when Michael Jordan was 34, which is LeBron's age right now, he made first team all defense.
Skip Bayless. When you stop doing Skip, that's not Skip.
You hear this?
Michael
You hear
Jordan
this?
was 30.
It comes to a point in time where that shit ain't even funny no more. It comes to a point in time where these dudes be so defensive. It's a fact.
34, which is LeBron's age right now, he made first team all defense.
Skip Bayless. When you stop doing Skip, that's not.
Well, what else you want us to stop saying, Shannon? Hey, stop saying that Kobe Bryant at the age of 34 in year 16 took the. Wait, was he 34? What else you want us not to say? In year 16, Kobe took the team to the playoffs. Will we stop? Skip, would you stop telling the world that Kobe Bryant took the team to the playoffs in year 16? and then have a smirk with it. That's why it's like, dude, it's like enough is enough, though, bro. Enough is enough.
Not front line play with 34 to 34.
And LeBron and Michael Jordan was in year 13.
A lot less mileage. 2 of those years were.
And you remember he was home. And you remember, no, he came back in 95 with 15 games left. That ain't none of my business.
In his second year, he was.
In the second year, he was hurt and he played about 10 games.
How much does LeBron spend on his fitness? What, billions of dollars?
Man, you don't build millions. You know what he spent.
How much you think MJ spent?
I don't know. He and Tim Grover with Anthony Brown Club every morning.
He spent more.
Could have been different, though.
He spent more money on cigars and brown liquor than he did in training.
Well,
I'm
maybe
thinking
LeBron
better.
should cut the cigars and the wine.
No, he shouldn't.
Maybe he should.
That Vino good stuff.
That's his favorite
I done
thing.
picked it up. I'll be having a glass of Vino.
Funny shit is the wine is fucking him up, though. The funny is Jordan, champagne. This dude, how did Jordan retire the one season, retired the next season? No, retired the, the 2 years off, come back, then take that second time off and come back and play for the Wizards and still dropping them same numbers with the cigar and fucking champagne. This dude is just when it's all said and done, see, as much as I really want to call him a scrub and bum, well, he is a bum, but as much as I really want to say, see, told you this dude is fucking trash, I have to literally wait till next year or the year after. I don't give a fuck if it is the 34-year-old age. The way these people talking, why the fuck ease up? But there you have it. I'm out of here with this, man. The segment is ending, and I don't think there's anything else I want to see as far as right now. Because somehow, someway, my fucking videos got removed from earlier. But I wonder if it's because of his first take. But who knows? That's why Disney suck right now. Can't even make a decent, good-ass Blade 4 if they wanted to, because there's no more rated R movies as far as the fucking Marvel franchise.